How are y'all doing? This is Tenacious Earl, and this is Tabletop Baseball Plus. Well, this is a channel that specializes in tabletop sports games and maybe a little bit of computer stuff here and there as well. If you're paying attention, you might see some of that with my partner, Tabletop Earl. He's going to be doing some stuff with that. But anyway, let's get to this game today. I was going to do 3 games today and try to put a video together like I did a couple nights ago, and it just didn't materialize. I tried to do the editing, wanted to try a couple different ways to do it, and my motivation just went through the floor. So I'm re-recording this intro video because I'm just going to say that we're going to do Boston at Cleveland. This is game 3 of the series. The Red Sox will have Josh Beckett as their starter in game 3. Jeremy Sowers will be going for the Indians, lefty. So in any regard, keep in mind that some of my commentary was done in a way that I was expecting maybe to just sort of cut out some of the quicker innings, things that didn't have much going on. But at this point, I just want to get the video out there so those who are interested in the Red Sox and the Indians have a chance to watch. So anyway, that's what we're going to have here. It's going to be Boston and Cleveland, game 3 from Jacobs Field. This is October 5th, 2008. And see you in a bit with the recap. So it is a night game in Cleveland. So right here we go, October. It will be 20, so it's going to be a bad day. 10-7 and 7-4. So that's going to be the ballpark effects. So for the Red Sox, Coco Crisp leads off against Jeremy Sowers, the lefty. Right-hander, 410 grounder to short. That'll be Johnny Peralta throwing to first for the out. Dustin Pedroia. Righty 4-3, fly ball to right field. X. Right fielder Chu 4 and a 1. That's going to be what, a triple, I think. And then E5 and 8, but yeah, let's make sure what that's going to be. That will be a triple, yes sir, on a 1. So Pedroia makes it all the way to third, and now it'll be Jason Bay, a chance to go up 1-0. 1-7, a double, otherwise it'll be a sac fly. That'll be a sacrifice fly. So that's 2 outs, but into score comes Pedroia. Lefty 5-7. That'll be a walk. Ortiz. Well, with Sowers being a +2, let's see if Ortiz can get a lead. He can't. So Euclid at the plate with 2 outs. 4-5 righty, grounder to shortstop. Peralta 4E16. He'll get there, and he's going to make the play, and that will be it. 1 run for Boston. So the home team down 1. Grady Sizemore, leadoff batter for the Indians. Catcher X. That'll be Veritek 1E1, 1-6 is a foul out, as long as, and he does make the play. So F2, Shinso Chu, lefty 412, grounder to first base. That'll be Euclid 1E6, 1 and 2. He does get to it barely. Any other fielder, and that's a hit. But with Euclid, and let's see, a 6 and a 6, he makes the play. And now Victor Martinez, 5-3 lefty, fly ball to left field. Jason Bay in left, 3, 16, he gets to it, E4, and a 12, he'll make the play. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Ellsbury at the plate. Lefty 1-7, excuse me, that's going to be a 1-4 double. Single, otherwise it's 9, so single for Ellsbury. Of course, he's going to be trying to take off here. 8, he gets, I don't know if, yeah, you can see the 2 up at the top. So he does not get a good lead, but Sowers +2, Shopik -1, so -4 +1, -3. That's a 1-12. Maybe he will try a little later in the series here. So Lowell. Well, that's going to be a grounder to third, so a 5-4-3 double play. And now Veritek strikes out. So Peralta. Fly ball to center field, caught by Crisp out there straight away. Here's Hafner, 6'11", lefty, ballpark single, 1-10 for a lefty, and he's going to get in there for a single. So brings up Shopik. Righty 4-9, that'll be at least a single, 1-13 double chance, and be a single 2 stars, so first and third. And the tying run is at third base with 1 out. Double play in order. Brings up Asdrubal Cabrera. And a 1-6 wild pitch chance for Beckett. No wild pitch. 3-8, fly ball to center field, and they're going to be able to score a, 3-8, not a fly ball to center field. 3-8 is a strikeout. I looked off the wrong card. So now with 2 outs, Andy Marte needs a hit to drive home the run. Righty 6-5, ground ball to short. Can Lowry make the play? Jed Lowry, 4E21. And it's a 1. That's going to be a single. That will score. And Shopik will go from first to third. So that ties it up for Cleveland. And first and third again. This time David DeLucci at the plate, lefty. 3-12, and it's a ground ball to second base, and that will end the inning. So close to being better, but Pedroia will convert the out, and that's not a 0. So the Indians tie it up in the bottom of the second on a 2-out Andy Marte single, and it'll be Jed Lowry, who couldn't get to that ball, leading it off. Batting from the right, 4-7 pops out short. Coco Crisp now. Lefty 4-8, fly ball to the left. That'll be caught for the second out by DeLucci. And now Dustin Pedroia. Ballpark single for a righty is 1-7, and that's going to be an out. So liner to Peralta. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the third, Grady Sizemore. Batting from the left, 6-11. Ballpark single. 1-10, and that's not going to be. Lines out to Pedroia. So Shin-So Choo. Lefty 6-5. Grounder to the shortstop. Lowry 4 and a 4. Another one gets through. So that's a single. Choo probably not going to try stealing here, but they're gonna hit and run with. No, they won't hit and run. It'll be Victor Martinez. 5-8 batting from the left side, strikes him out. So Peralta and a potential wild pitch for Beckett. Nope. Righty 5-3, fly ball to left field. Jason Bay gets under it. Yes, just barely. Deep fly. He does reach for it, and he does make the play for the final out. Knotted up at 1. It'll be Jason Bay. Heart of the order here for the Sox. Needs a 1 for a double. Off the lefty Sowers. Doesn't get it. So remember, that was a sac fly in the first. Same roll this time for Bay. Leads to out number 1. Ortiz, 112. He'll draw a walk. Euclid, 2-6. Another walk. Brings up Jacoby Ellsbury. First and second, 1 out. For grounder to first, Jacoby will beat it out on the fielder's choice, but it'll be a 3-6 force. And that'll bring up Mike Lowell with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Righty 4-3, fly ball to right field. Choo out there, 4 and an 8. That's going to score the run. Single, 2 stars. And that no error, but that will be a single. Ellsbury will cruise into third base. And the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead, and they still have guys coming up. Veritek, first and third still. Batting from the right, 4-10, grounder to short. Takes the short cut to second base, throws Peralta over to Cabrera, but 1 run for the Red Sox, and they take a lead. So, Indians coming from behind again. Hafner against Beckett. Grounder to first. That'll be easy play made by Euclid. So, with 1 away, Shopik. Righty 5-2, normal power, and this could tie it up. Although it is a righty, so it's a 1-4 chance. Not that likely. And no way. It's going to be caught by Bay for out number 2. And Cabrera batting from the left, 5-11. Another, but he's weak power against a righty. So that'll be, he's left, so 1-7 single. And that's not going to work out either. Fly ball caught by Ellsbury, and so 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 5th, Sowers pitching okay. 3-5. Well, that's going to be trouble. 1-2 triple. Otherwise, oh, and it's a triple. So that's the second triple of the game. Pedroia had one earlier, and they're going to have to play with the infield in now. With Coco Crisp at the plate. This is Sowers' inning of weakness. 3-6 strikes him out. they could put Pedroia on here and try to see if they could get baited ground into double play. Of course, if you do that, then you get one batter closer to Big Poppy. So I think they're going to pitch to Pedroia. They're going to play with the infield in again. Potential balk, and Sowers does have a balk rating, 1-3. No balk. 4-7 righty, pops out to short, and Sowers sees his way out of this inning. Leadoff triple, and now it's up to Jason Bay to get a hit or extend the inning to get Pappy up. 4-8. That is a walk, and that is going to do the job. Big Poppy comes to the plate. Chance to really put the Sox out in front big time. Can he do it? 2-7. That is a 1-2 triple. 1 or a 2, it's a triple. Otherwise, the Indians will survive this potential problem. It's an 8. That'll be a fly ball to right, caught out there by Chu, and Sowers pitches around the leadoff triple, and still 2-1 Boston. The late Andy Marte gonna lead off here. 4-7 righty, 1-7 single. Nope, that'll be a liner caught by Lowell. Bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Red Sox. David DeLucci. And that'll be Lowry up with that one, and throwing to first, Grady Sizemore. He's going to draw a walk, and he will try to run on Veritek and Beckett here, if he can. It's an 8, so that would mean 9, 8, 1-8 chance. With Chu coming up, who has fair power, they're not gonna roll the dice here on a 40% chance. Chu at the plate with 2 outs. Sizemore at first. 1-7. That's going to be a double, unless it's a 20. So double 2-star puts the tying run at third with 2 outs. It's going to be up to Victor Martinez to bring him home. Doctor that up there. So it's going to be up to Victor, second and third, 2 outs. Could pitch around Martinez and put him on to face Peralta. I think that's probably not a wise move. And passed ball or balk. No balk rating for Beckett. So Martinez looking for a hit. Single could score 2 here. Batting from the left, 5-3, fly ball to right, or a fly ball to left field, excuse me. That'll be Jason Bay, 3-4, 3 and 8. He does get under it, and he just needs to make the play. And it's a 4 total on an E4. Does he make it? E4 left field. That is a 1 base error. He drops it. That's going to bring in the tying run, so that is an E7. And the Indians tie it up. Unearned run. But you still got... And every run after that will be unearned. But Peralta now at the plate with a chance maybe to do some more damage. So Peralta, 2 outs. 2-7, grounder to second, and that will end the inning. Pedroia throws to Youkilis, but the Indians do pick up a run. We have 4 singlets in this game as Jason Bay makes an uncharacteristic fielding error. Going to the 6th inning, it is tied up at 2 here at Jacobs Field. So the Cleveland Indians bullpen is getting warmed up. Edward Mujica is getting warm, but I don't know, they'd like to try and keep going with the starter as long as they can. A walk from Sowers to Euclid to start this inning is one more hit and Sowers would be tired, or hit or walk. Ellsbury, lefty 5-7. There's another walk that will do the job, and I think the Indians will keep Sowers in there one more batter. So it'll be Lowell trying to see if they can get him to ground into a double play. 1-4 against a lefty. Grounder to short A. That is going to be a double play ball, and it's an injury to Lowell. 6-4-3. So the go-ahead run is at third now, but we have to check Lowell's. And I think he had a lot of injuries in that year, so definitely will not be held back if he gets a high roll here. It's a 10, which will be a 2-game injury. So he will have to be removed. So we will do that after the. I'm going to put his card up here so I realize. Actually, let's just do this real quick. You're going to have to go with Alex Cora. So we'll just... it's going to be in the 6th. So, okay. So, I'm going to set this off the side and do... So, Veritek at the plate. Runner at third. 2 outs. And Sowers... Yeah, they're gonna stick with him for Veritek. Gonna try to get him through this inning. They'd like to see it out. 2-8, grounder to the pitcher, or grounder to third base. That's gonna be made 2-8 against a lefty. That's a grounder to Marte, and that does end the inning. But an injury to Lowell will do the updates here. But still 2-2 going to the bottom of the 6th. Okay, so Cora will be at third, taking over for Lowell, who is injured for 2 more games on top of this. And it will be Hafner, who is 1 for 2 so far, facing Beckett. Lefty 6-12, and he will strike out. Brings up Kelly Shopik. And he will strike out. Beckett would like to be able to work into the 7th if possible. Cabrera, batting from the left. That's another strikeout. So, good inning from Beckett. Strikes out the side. So, unfortunately for the Indians, they have to play the hand they're dealt here. And because they're in these playoffs, it's... which is fine, but their bullpen is not so great. They're going to try to make it work. They're going to go with Edward Mujica here against the bottom of the Red Sox order to start, and then they go back up to the top. So it'll be Jed Lowry against the righty Mujica. 2-7, a strikeout. 2-2 ball game. Now Coco Crisp at the plate. 1-6, a grounder to second base. That'll be fielded by Cabrera and thrown to Martinez for second out. And now it's Dustin Pedroia. 6-6 righty strikes him out, and Mujica works a good inning. And the 7th inning stretch, we're going to go to the bottom. It's still tied here in Cleveland. So the Red Sox send Beckett back out there for the 7th. They've got Del Carmen and Okajima warming up in the bullpen in case Beckett runs into problems here. But he pitched a good 6th, and he's going to be facing Andy Marte. Righty 4-7. That's a 1-7 chance at a single. And there you go. It will be a leadoff single for Marte. Brings up David DeLucci. Gonna let Beckett try and have a chance at a victory here. 1-7, and he's hit by pitch, and I think this is going to have to be it. So they will go to their bullpen. They need to match up, and just Beckett's starting to look a little tired, so we'll be right back. So Hideki Okajima into the game here for the Red Sox, trying to snuff out this rally that the Indians are putting together. Sizemore at the plate, facing the lefty. First and second, nobody out. 5-11 lefty, grounded to second base. Well, no, actually 5-11. I was looking at the batter card. Didn't mean to. Fly ball to right field. So right fielder is Ellsbury 2E0. As long as you get a high number here and it's high enough, that will be an F2. You could see. Let's just make sure. Well, it's an E0. Oh, rare play. That's why you need to roll those even on E0s. You could end up with a 5, which is a rare play. So it's an F2 rare play. Outfielder catches the fly ball for now. If there's a runner on third, tags up and scores. Play is appealed by the defense. And okay, there's no runner on third, so there's no appeal. We could do the tag up to go to third and do the same kind of thing, but I think we will hold on and let things play out. So that will be a fly ball to right for the out. So now Chu lefty 6-4, grounder to short, could be 2. That'll be Lowry 4E21. No, it's not. That's going to score the go-ahead run on a single 2-star, I believe. So, boy, the Red Sox have had some iffy luck here today. That is a single 2-star off Lowry and a 7 on the E21. Let's double-check that guy. No error, but that's a single. And Marte will come around from second base to score, and the Indians take a 3-2 lead. DeLucci ends up at third base. And it's going to bring up Victor Martinez. So let's see what happens here. First and third, still a double play is in order. Boston will have to play the infield at corners in here to try and cut off a run at home if it's hit to third. 1-6 against a lefty. 1-4 single. That would score another run if it's 1-4. It's going to be a grounder to first A, though, and that ends the inning. So 3-6-1. Oh, wait. Corners in. Let's see how this works. I still think this is going to end the inning, but let's see how this plays out. I think because we're playing corners in, it might extend the inning. Let's see. First and third. Ground ball A. Batter out. Runner on third holds. Runner at first advances to second. So that's how you have to play it. So I was mistaken here. So, minor mistake here, but we can fix it. So, be right back. So, that's how it's going to work. The runner at third holds. The out is made at first on Martinez, and it's going to bring up Peralta with second and third and 2 away. So, a base hit would be potentially plate 2 here, and they will let Okajima face Peralta here. Righty 5 for a walk. It's going to load the bases for Hafner, and so this was probably the reason that they left Okajima in, to try to match up to Hafner. They could bring in Garco, couldn't they? They will leave Hafner in for now. So 2 outs. Base is loaded, and a 1-5 strikes him out. And Garco would have been a fly ball out. So if you were wondering, so they do get 1 run. They go ahead 3-2, and they got to go back to their bullpen. Okay, so we are at the top of the 8th, 3-2 Cleveland. Bit of a shocker here, and Rafael Betancourt comes in. They have Rafael Perez up and getting warm in the bullpen to face Ortiz if they should get on. 1-2 against a righty, and guess what? That is a single, 1 star. So Bay does get aboard. And they will stick with Ortiz here. They may keep Perez for Ellsbury. So Bay at first, they're gonna have to hold him on. He's gonna try to get a lead. Double play is a possibility here, but doesn't get a 3. So being held, it's Ortiz at the plate. 4-11 against the lefty. That's a walk. So that's going to be first and second with nobody out, and Kevin Youkilis at the plate. And a potential wild pitch for Betancourt. 1-5, gets a 9, so no. So Youkilis, double play still in order. 3-11, a ballpark single. It is 1-7 here for the righty. And it's a 3. That'll load the bases. And what are the Indians to do now? They're going to go to Perez, so we'll be right back. Okay, Rafael Perez, they're going to have to play with the infield in here, trying to preserve this lead, but Rafael Betancourt loaded the bases. He became tired because he's a 1 relief pitch. What do you want to call it? Rating. So let's see what happens here with Perez. Can he get Ellsbury out here? That would be a big out. Infield in. 2-7. That is a single, and the Red Sox will take the lead as Ellsbury drives 1 through into the outfield. Into score will come Bay. Into score will come Ortiz. To third goes Youkilis, and just like that, the script is flipped, and it'll be Cora at the plate. And now again, they're going to have to play the infield in here, and Ellsbury. So that means Ellsbury's not being held, because you can't hold a runner with the infield in. And so he automatically gets a chance to steal on this one. So 19 minus 2 minus 1. So a 1 to 16 chance. He's going to just take the opportunity to go, and he almost... So now second and third with nobody out. And again, the infield will be in. So Cora at the plate in after Lowell got hurt. Facing the lefty. Left-hander 5-5. 1-5. He's weak home run, but 1-5 would be a single 2-star. Otherwise, it'll be a fly ball to right, and it will score another run. And it is a single. 2 runs will come in. Bad luck for the Indians. Don't feel so bad now because the Phillies were getting that kind of luck too. But 4 runs across and still nobody out. And now they're just going to let Perez finish out this inning. Man, this couldn't have gone much worse. 3-7, 1-5 double. It could go worse here if Veritek's double gets in there. It's a fly ball to center for the first out. Jed Lowry. Batting from the right, 6-7, a grounder to second could be the inning. 2-6. Were they holding Cora? That's a question. No. 2-6, 17. Yes, that will be a double play ball as long as he doesn't botch, and he doesn't. So 6-4-3, right? No, 4-6-3. But 4 runs across for Boston. Big inning for the Sox. All started by Betancourt giving up a single to Bay, and then a walk to Ortiz, and then Youkilis gets a seeing eye single through, and now Boston has a chance to maybe close this thing out and take it to Game 4 with a 2-1 lead. So Manny Del Carmen coming into the game to try and hold this 3-run lead for Papelbon, and 3-10 strikes him out. That's Shopik. Asdrubal Cabrera batting from the left to 5-10, grounder to short. Lowry 4-13. He will get to it. E21 and a 13 is that trouble? What is he? 21, 13. No, does make the play. And now with 2 outs, Andy Marte. Do they have any lefties? They don't have any lefties on the bench. Righty 5-4, fly ball to center field. Crisp 2, E3, 2-11. He gets to it, E3. And 6 should be the final out of the inning, and it is. So, going to the 9th, it is now 6-3 Boston. Okay, so Jensen Lewis, their closer, is going to come in here and try to keep this a 3-run game. So Chris at the plate, grounder to the shortstop. So that'll be Peralta throwing to first for the out. Pedroia, 3-10 walk. Brings up Jason Bay. Pedroia, even with a 3-run lead, he'll try to get a lead here, doesn't get it. So Jensen Lewis good at holding runners anyway, probably should have just not tried. 2-8, that's a pop out to Peralta. And now it'll bring up Big Poppy with the runner at first. 2-6, and that's a grounder back to the pitcher. That's a good column for Poppy, but instead goes right back to Lewis, so no runs in the 9th. We're going to the bottom. Can Cleveland find their way to 3 runs and get back into this game and send it to extras? So, bottom of the 9th, it'll be Jonathan Papelbon in to try and get a save. They will, actually, no, we're not going to do that. They will have DeLucci hit here to lead off. DeLucci, not a bad hitter against righties. It is a 4-12, batting from the left, a grounder to first. Youkilis, a great fielder, 1-E6, as long as he doesn't get a big roll here, and that is a 14 on an E6. Let's double check that. And he does take underhand it successfully to Papelbon, covering for the out. Grady Sizemore. Big game there in game 2, but in this one he has been 0 for 3 with a walk. He did score a run, and he is hit by a pitch, so they're not going to hold him on. He's going to take a bag, defensive indifference. Bring up Shin-So Choo. .69, batting from the left, grounded to short. This is going to be Lowry again. 4-E21. 4-3 is going to be another single. And is that a 2-star single? It is. So E21 and 15. E21 and 15 is an error. So not only that, it's going to not only bring up the tying run, it's going to move Choo into scoring position. So in comes Sizemore, And now you've got a situation where one swing of the bat could do it, and the error takes a double play out of contention here. So, and the Indians are going to have make a choice here at some point. They have Ryan Garco, they have Ben Francisco, who are both power bats, and it's like, where do you use them? You've got power coming up here. So Victor Martinez, with 1 out, (1-9), fly ball to left field, not going to get the job done. Oh, almost a single, but just doesn't drop enough, and it'll be caught out there by Bay. And so with 2 outs, it'll be Johnny Peralta, tying run represented here. Can he do it? Potential wild pitch for Papelbon, 1-6. Well, there you go. That will be a wild pitch. Shouldn't make a difference unless, I mean, he's got to focus on this guy here. Can he get Peralta out? 2 outs, runner on third, tying run at the plate, and here it is. 6-5 from the right. That's a strikeout. Papelbon gets the save. Cleveland makes it interesting. 4 runs for them, but it doesn't match the 6 for the Red Sox. And that will be it. The Red Sox will take a 2-1 lead. Your winner, after a 4-run 8th inning, is going to have to be Hideki Okajima. Even though he gave up a run, he gets the win. The loss is going to go to Rafael Betancourt. Perez will get a blown save out of this. So Okajima 1-0, I think. 0-1 for Betancourt. And a save for Papelbon. I forget if he got a save in Game 1, but we'll say he didn't because I think it was a blowout. So 2-1, Boston leading the series. They could close it out with Game 4 in Cleveland here tomorrow. Player of the game for the Red Sox will be Jacoby Ellsbury, a big single in the 8th, plates 2 runs. That is your decider there. He, the game-winning runs. And tough game for Cleveland. They had a lead, and their bullpen couldn't get the job done. So a disappointment for Indians fans. Things going well for them into the latter parts of the game, but unfortunately, a 4-run 8th inning that Boston took off of the Indians' bullpen ultimately dooms them to the loss. The Red Sox win 6-4, and so at the very least, Cleveland, the only way Cleveland can win is with a Game 5, so they've got to try and get it back to Boston by winning Game 4. And I'm not sure if it'll be Zach Jackson on the mound for the Indians or if we will try to do Cliff Lee on a quick turnaround. I haven't decided yet. The Red Sox could also go quick turnaround with Lester, or they could go with Tim Wakefield. Again, I'm going to try and make the decision with that, but anyway, just wanted to, like I said, get this video out so everybody could watch it and hopefully get a couple other games in. But as of right now, I'm a little tired. It's been that kind of a day. I don't know, just not a busy day, but so anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoy your tabletop sports. Thanks a lot for watching the 2008 Super Advanced Playoffs.